I think we're slowly getting everybody in the hall, and if I may request to speed up a little so we can keep our program on schedule. Welcome back after a very, very interesting and I think informative panel. And I really am grateful for all the contributions of the participants from both the panelists and from the floor. But we also have now another very interesting subject that is relevant to a lot of us in the industry. And we know in general how good we are in contributing to socioeconomic well-being of our societies, but it's best to hear it from the experts of the results of our industry's contributions. So, our panel number 3 is the potential power of the direct selling marketing channel and its worldwide socioeconomic benefits. This panel will provide insights from senior partners of McKinsey & Company, also experts from the industry, and from SALDIA, the European Federation. We will be learning about the benefits of the most recent socioeconomic studies of the World Federation, SALDIA, and worldwide programs. The moderator, there's a slight change in the way it is listed in your program. So I'm going to be happy to say that we are lucky because we have two charming ladies, in addition to another charming lady, added on to the panel. So the slight change is our moderator will be Kim Drabik, who is Regional Sales Manager for Amway Corporation. Kim, during her 20-year career with Amway, has served as a liaison to 18 markets in West Pacific and South America for regulatory affairs. And she has also led efforts in corporate citizenship and direct selling industry initiatives in the Amway Corporation. Our other panelist that is new to the group is Miss Judy Jones. Judy has a retailing background and she's a direct selling veteran. She's currently Insights Leaders at Amway Corporation. She's also the chairman of the Industry Research Committee of the U.S. Direct Selling Association and is the team member of World Federation Statistical Survey team. As you have already know on your books, we have panelist Christoph Ehrenbich from McKinsey Company, Germany, partner, very valuable contributor to our panel. We are grateful for his time. And Ms. Marie Lacroix, Director of Internal Affairs, SALDIA, European Federation of Direct Selling Association, another expert on socioeconomic studies. With that, I leave the floor to our panelists. Thank you.
I want to thank you for that kind introduction. It's both a privilege and an honor to address you as the moderator for a few opening remarks on this panel of socioeconomic benefits of direct selling. We have so much to be thankful for and to be proud of. As we've heard, we're in an industry that makes a real and meaningful difference in every day, in every economy and political system. Direct selling is helping people everywhere build skills that will serve them well the rest of their lives, whether they stay in direct selling or move on to another field. We're helping develop and developing economies compete and rise to the challenge in the era of globalization. Direct selling is generating substantial tax revenues and making enormous economic impact well beyond the millions of individual sales that occur every day. We have a common commitment to social responsibility and a unity of purpose to share our resources with people around the world and the communities where we live and work. And still, too few know or value our industry for this, but we're looking to change that. For example, in 2008, the Turkish DSA gained support of Turkey's Prime Minister Erdogan to implement training in underdeveloped provinces, focusing on promoting entrepreneurial skills. And we've worked closely with APEC on strengthening consumer protection and women's economic empowerment programs. In addition, we have third-party research that has validated that direct sellers and the companies they represent support the service economy everywhere we operate. We use hotels, restaurants, transportation, travel-related services, and various professional services, including legal counsel, communication, and advertising. Direct selling organizations innovate, develop, and manufacture quality products. Globally, this generates billions of dollars in incremental revenue and tax payments while providing employment for thousands of people. We continue to provide a low-cost, low-risk, personal business opportunity to millions of people around the world. Our industry is also known for developing people's business skills, building their hope, self-esteem, and personal confidence, reducing unemployment, transferring technology, improving health and lifestyle through quality products, contributing to society through social responsibility and philanthropic activities. Direct sellers and direct selling companies devote not only time and money to these causes, people give of their hearts in the communities where we do business. The activities of direct sellers and direct selling company employees continues to increase for a common purpose and the common good. In realizing our industry's potential, our objectives are to be an honorable guest in any market where we do business and build a stronger foundation to become even more woven into the fabric of the communities and economies where we operate. And with that, I thank you, and I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Judy Jones.
Kim, thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First, we'd like to take a look at the macro level, at the high level. And we have very good news in this industry, as we've heard from all of our speakers. The economic impact of the direct selling industry on a global basis is now just emerging. This past year, we reached US dollars 132 billion in retail sales globally. And year over year, this represents a 12% increase in the economic impact of direct selling. The people generating that amount of business are the 88 million sellers around the world, and this figure was up 19% from 66 million. So that is indeed good news. Let's take a look here at how the direct selling business breaks down around the world. First of all, most of you are probably aware that the US is the #1 market, although the share is decreasing. The US market is today about 22%, just over 20% of the global revenue. That's down from about 25% a couple of years ago. Japan is the second largest market. And then if you look at the whole list of countries on the slide, you'll see there are 21 countries listed there. That is a very elite group that we are calling the $1 billion club, because these are the markets where the impact of direct selling has exceeded the US $1 billion figure in retail sales. And indeed, if you look at this list, you see that this represents 90% of the global impact of our industry. What's very interesting when we look at the growth of the impact of the industry is that we are growing. We're growing globally, but also in each market. And it's significant to note that there are 3 countries that have just joined this list in the past year. Those are Peru, South Africa, and Venezuela. Now, as you've heard from Kim, and I think from Tamuna probably earlier, the World Federation does a series of economic impact studies on a rotating basis. So now, let's move from the macro level into a few examples. And we have examples from each region. Starting on the left, let's take Canada. If we do a deep dive, as Kim told us, some of the economic impact factors have to do with how many sellers there are, how many other industries service each of our direct selling firms. So in Canada, there are over 900,000 people that are receiving income, in other words, economic impact, from the direct selling industry. Of the 900,000, we have over 800,000 who are independent contractors who are direct sellers. And beyond that, there are nearly 3,000 who are employees of the direct selling firms. And then finally, the suppliers to the industry in Canada employ 17,000 people. The overall income impact is over US $1 billion. It's also of interest, great interest, I think, to governments to know what the tax impact is. And in the country of Canada, it is nearly 700 million US dollars. Now let's move to the Colombian column and just give the example that I mentioned earlier of the $1 billion club. Colombia is also a recent entrant to that club, having entered the year before last. So again, great economic growth. Another example is from India, where when we look at seller numbers of 3 million, we know that 25% of these new sellers have never before been in the workforce. And so the government in India is looking to these people as brand new taxpayers. And this is certainly a statistic that every government would like to hear, that there are new taxpayers entering. Looking at South Africa now, there's growth from South Africa from a whole new demographic where the social and economic impact of direct selling is being pushed into a whole new community. Beyond the 10% white population in South Africa, it's moving beyond that into the 90% black African population. So approaching a whole new demographic. This is a great story for our industry. We've talked something about the economic impact, but what is so important about our industry is that beyond that, there is the social impact. So I'm going to move down to talk about the benefits of direct selling, which are universal. They can't be pinned to any one market. They're the same everywhere. In this industry, we know it's about the earnings and the learnings. Not only do people have a chance to earn an income or additional income, but they learn so much. They gain new skills. Skills that if they stay in the direct selling industry are of benefit to all of us, but if they happen to leave the industry, these are skills that they can move forward into other walks of life. The other benefits, of course, are the high-quality products, which we heard so much about yesterday. And these products carry customer satisfaction guarantees, so we do protect the consumer. There are the possibilities of owning my own business, of having a flexible schedule, of meeting new people and socializing. And of course, direct selling in many of the emerging markets provides underserved areas of countries with goods and services that they have not had in the past. So all of these things equal social impact. But of course, there's one more fact that we need to add to the social impact, and that is the fact that our direct selling industry as a whole, companies as well as distributors, contributes in terms of